Welcome to the second installment of Awkward Reviews, where it's never too late or too early to review a film. Today's film is the 2009 Spike Jonze movie, Where the Wild Things Are. When Max goes to bed without supper, he stumbles into his own world, a forest with wild creatures who crown him as their king. Based on the book by Maurice Sendak. This was targeted for kids, right? Well, yes, I'm still technically a kid. I'm an older kid, and I was feeling some strong emotions from this film. And not to mention that one of these creatures gets its arm ripped off. I mean, seriously, they played it off as a joke, but that's pretty morbid. Anyway, this is a well-crafted movie. It's got a brilliant setting, with great special effects, and decent acting. The CGI here's, wait, the effects were only partially CGI, while there were animatronics and costumes as well. Wow. Hollywood needs to learn something from this movie. Not everything has to be computer generated. This movie only used it for the faces of the creatures. The monsters are a marvel to look at, actually. The acting's pretty good too. Max Records, who plays Max, is outstanding and shows some great emotions. Some people have said that his character is a brat, and I agreed for a while, but then I got it. He's just a kid. We were all that bratty kid at one point. We didn't know any better, and neither does Max. And besides, he's a good kid in the end after all. I adore where this movie takes place. It's nice to see a different setting for once. The jungle has been done to death. I like the forest in this movie. The fort sets are really cool looking too. It just seems so surreal seeing such large creation made entirely out of sticks. And the sand dunes are cool as well. Even if it doesn't make sense that the sand's there, who cares? It looks cool. But on the topic of things that don't make sense, there are some weird parts of this movie. Like when Carol gets mad that Max wants to have trapdoors in the fort. Why is that a big deal? Just let him have the trapdoor. I know it's supposed to be in a kid's mind, but sometimes there's just no logic. That's not to say I didn't feel like I was a kid when watching this. That's exactly how I felt. I think this movie brings everyone back to childhood, no matter who you are. It reminds you of when you were in trouble. You were mad, sad, and had nowhere to go. Where the Wild Things Are brings back the innocence of being a kid and reminds you of every scary, funny, tragic, or absolutely beautiful moment you had when you were a child. It may not be a kid's or an adult's film, but I think both kids and adults can enjoy it. Actually, I believe that's what Spike Jonze did. He made a kid's film for adults. And even if that was intentional or not, it is without a doubt a great film.